The most eagerly anticipated event in pool comes to Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas. The 5 best European players go head-to-head with their American counterparts. Get ready for 4 action-packed days of drama. This is the Mosconi Cup 2019. And it is a sellout here at the venue in Mandalay Bay for all 4 days of the Mosconi Cup. After 8 years of European dominance, USA won the title back last year. Can they start their own winning run, or can Europe wrestle back the trophy this year? Will it be revenge or repeat? Either way, it is 4 superb days of pool. Now, Jim White is one of our commentators throughout the week. Good morning to you, Jim. I think the first thing to say is you've been involved in the Mosconi Cup since the very start. What about this atmosphere?
Yeah, you know something? It's the Mosconi Cup, and it's Las Vegas. It doesn't get any better than this, Tom, but the fans, they come out every single year to support their teams, and you can hear the noise. It'll be actually surprising if you hear any of the players.
And what is it that makes this tournament so eagerly anticipated?
You know something? It's geographic to begin with, and that brings a lot of fans into the fray because they support USA, they support Europe. But the history, the tradition that is the Mosconi Cup, 25 plus years of history and tradition, all power-packed into the Mandalay Bay here this week.
When it all started, the Americans dominated, didn't they? In the last 10 years, that's completely changed. Have a look at this. This is pure European dominance, 8 years in a row until last year, Jim.
Yes, and with the Americans winning last year, now the expectations raise, and with that comes added pressure, Tom. So America, they now know what it's like to win, and they want to keep it.
So USA do know what it's like to win. They won it last year. Let's remind you how they did it.
Tonight, it's all about pool. The United States against a united Europe. 2,000 people silent. Not anymore! Europe have drawn first blood.
Yeah, it's in the bank now. Jason Shaw, keep the train on track. Tyler Steyer has just provided the first point for Team USA.
In the pool world, are we going to see America great again? What a performance from America's #1. Jason Shaw, boing, boing, jumping up and down. How about that? The Americans are back in front overall.
8 matches in the books here in London. Nothing to choose between these 2 great teams.
Billy is a hero, and for the 3rd time, the USA lead. Billy Thorpe, come on down. Fantastic stuff. What a performance. The Americans are moving towards victory.
Another big point for Team USA. America well and truly in the driver's seat here.
The flame of European passion refuses to be extinguished.
A huge win and a monster point goes the way of Team USA. 9-6 it is. America will take that lead into day 4. Skylar Woodward, he takes USA 2 to hell.
Joy for Jason. And make no mistake, Europe are going to be stubborn here this evening.
A resounding victory for Europe in a match they had to have.
What a debut performance, and Europe are still alive.
What a shot! Shane Van Boning and Team USA. They're going to celebrate long into the London night.
Great celebrations, Jim. It was incredible last year. And although the Europeans will disagree, for the sake of the Mosconi Cup, it was great to see USA win again.
You know what? America had to win last year. It was just too much dominance from Team Europe. But it's giving you an indication of what you're in store for here. They cheered just as loud watching the replays from last year.
Well, let's have a look at the current team from this year then, and just talk us through this USA side that's been selected.
You know what's really evident is the fact that the young guns are emerging. You're not seeing any of the old guard anymore with Team USA, the Earl Stricklands, the Johnny Archers. These are the guys that are going to be carrying the mantle forward. They're the future of pool in America.
Shane Van Boening there as well. This is going to be his 13th time at the Mosconi Cup, and also 5th for Skylar Woodward. I mean, there's a big gap there between the most experienced and the second most experienced.
Yeah, and you know what they say about experience, Tom? It's what you get when you needed it. So experience counts for a lot, leadership counts for a lot, and these players with the experience, they're going to be counted on very heavily on both sides.
It's quite similar in terms of Mosconi Cup appearances for Europe as well. Let's have a look at the players in Marcus Chalat's side.
Yeah, absolutely. The same storyline. You're seeing the emergence of a lot of young guns. I mean, Joshua Filler, what a great young player he is. And you look at them all, not that well known in America, but mark my words, they're going to know who they are this week.
Yeah, and 3 of them, there's no one who's here for the first time, but 3 of them have only been here once. How important is it even to just have experienced it that once?
Well, but again, the leadership qualities from players like Niels Fayen, the players that have been here and done that. He's won multiple MVPs as Niels. The young players are going to be counting on Niels to show them the way forward.
Well, it's almost time to get going, Jim. Let's have a look at the order of play. The 5 matches on day 1 here of the Mosconi Cup. We start with Team USA against Team Europe, so all 5 players involved as that, as you know. Shane Van Boening and Tyler Steyer go up against Eklund Catchy and Niels Fayen. And it's Billy Thorpe, versus Joshua Filler, Skylar Woodward and Justin Bergman against Alexander Kazakis and Jason Shaw. And then finally today, Justin Bergman against Jason Shaw again. Absolutely fantastic scenes here at Mandalay Day, Las Vegas. Let's go to our MC, Simon Hosanna.
So, good morning from the USA and good evening to viewers watching on Sky Sports in the UK and across Europe. And welcome to the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino for the Party Poker Mosconi Cup 2016. It is now time to welcome the team, so please welcome first last year's runners-up, looking for revenge, sponsored by Just Eat. Please welcome Team Europe. So Team Europe, Captain Marcus Chamat, Joshua Filler, Jason Shaw, Niels Fayen, Alex Kazakis, and Eklund Catchy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome Team Europe, sponsored by Just Eat. And now, looking to repeat, last year's champions, sponsored by CSILeagues.com. It's Team USA! Team USA being led by their coach Johan Roysing, vice coach Jeremy Jones, Shane Van Boening, Skylar Woodward, Tyler Steyer, Billy Thorpe, and Justin Bergman. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for Team USA, sponsored by CSILeagues.com.
Okay, we're nearly ready to get going. I'm just going to call over the two captains ahead after they've done their handshakes ahead of this. Johan Reisink of the USA is about to come over to me at the front of the table here, and Marcus Schammert as well is just giving a little pre-match team talk there. So Johan, we'll come to you first there, because you can see that Marcus is a bit busy. Johan, you're so experienced at the Mosconi Cup. You know the euphoria of winning. How hard will it be to not win when you know how good it is to win?
Well, I know both sides, winning and losing. Every Mosconi Cup is different, and this will definitely be a very hard one. There's a little bit more pressure on us because we won last year, and we feel we need to repeat because we're in a home crowd. But with the support of the supporters, you know, everything will be all right.
Yeah, how much are you enjoying this crowd so far? Very much on your side.
Yeah, that's much better than in England. So let me hear you all.
Best of luck, Johan. Marcus, can you come over, please? Take your seat there. I like your hat. Are you going to keep that on throughout the tournament?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You can see that you and the side very much enjoying this so far, and we haven't even got underway. There's something special about the Mosconi Cup, isn't there?
Yeah, this, I made my debut at 2000. That's 19 years ago. And I've played 6 times as a player, and now this is 5th year as a captain. It's an unbelievable event, and I really love this event. So
there's been a lot of talk about revenge or repeat. How desperate are you for revenge?
Listen, we're ready for revenge. I mean, we're 5 hungry lions as players. I'm going to let them out of the cage right now. So,
Marcus, best of luck to you. Best of luck to Europe and the USA as well. Great atmosphere in here. I think we better get underway. The first match is Team USA against Team Europe. Let's hand over to our commentary team for this one, Jerry Forsyth and Jim White.
Yes, thank you very much, Tom. Here we go. Buckle in, everybody. It's the Mosconi Cup 2019, day 1, our first match, a team event. And Jerry, I think we've talked all week long leading up to this about how tough it's going to be. It really is close. Probably in the last decade, this might be the toughest one to predict that I've seen.
It is. This one's awfully close on paper. They are dead even. So America takes the lag.
Niels, obviously the man that I spoke about at the top of the program.
You're right.
He's going to have to lead by example in all his matches. He's going to be counted on so heavily, as he has been every year he's been a part of Team Europe.
He is such a bulldog at the table. Very tenacious.
Race to 5, ball down. And more significantly, a great look at the 1-3 over on the left-hand side of the table. Good break, this one from Niels. And with the 2 going down on the break as well, I'll tell you what, this is an ideal start for him.
Oh, this is set up beautifully.
Well, Jerry, every year I allude to the fact that the nerves, especially at the start, these players will have hit balls on the practice table, but it's nothing like the match arena. And I've never seen a practice table yet that plays like a match table.
One thing we do need to alert the viewers to is the ball set this year is different, and so the 5 ball is purple this year instead of pink.
Yeah, good spot, Jerry. And that was an anxious moment for Niels right there. He's much closer to this 4 ball than he wanted. And the 5, the purple 5, which normally in most clubs, this is the 4 ball. But for the Mosconi Cup, it's the 5.
Boy, there's just no shaking this fellow. First match out of the box, and he looks solid as he can be.
Well, he's going to have to come with a good shot here, and the cue ball is going to be traveling a little bit. So, and he's even hampered cueing over the 8. This is tricky.
Yeah, he didn't ask too much there. He knew he was leaving distance to the 8. This is a key shot. Natural angle, bring the cue ball back down for the 9, so he's just got to focus on knocking this in. And again, a different colored 9, not what players are used to seeing.
Yeah, on the stripes, what used to be white is now black. Niels Phelan takes the very first game of our match. Europe leads 1-0.
Great start, a break and run out. Niels knows it. So important to get off the mark. And we'll be back with more action following a short break. Welcome back to the Mandalay Bay. It's the Mosconi Cup. Team Europe versus Team America, and it's Team Europe off the mark, courtesy of the Terminator. Niels Phelan secures the opening rack.
Now Shane Van Boening to show his breaking skills. He's made the 1 ball, and he can see the 2 ball, but that pocket's a long way away.
Yeah, the good news though, Jerry, is the 3 is in the same area of the table. So if Shane knocks this 2 in, get in position to that 3, not a tall order. The tough ask is right here on the 2. Oh, great shot.
Wonderful shot. Of course, we all remember the shot that Shane made last year to win this thing, a combination on the 9 ball that was one of the toughest shots I've ever seen.
America with a lot of support, as you'd expect here in Las Vegas. And again, after winning last year, a lot of the believers have come back out of the shadows.
Playing shape on the purple 5 ball.
You know what else I like? A little different this year than in past Mosconi Cups is all the team. They're going to be out here for a lot of the matches. You're going to see them. Certainly the team event here, they're all front and center, but I think they may be leaving those benches out there. I'd like to see that, Jerry, and get the team out supporting each player.
Yeah, that support means a lot to these guys.
That wasn't a very good shot from Shane. He didn't quite get into that cue ball as he expected, and now he's got to come with a trickier shot on the 6. A thinner cut than he would have liked, but again, it comes with position if he gets it.
Crowd's having a little fun with Mr. Van Boening.
Team USA this year sponsored by CSI. A little added boost of confidence.
Beautiful shot.
You know, shots like that in the early going, they're going to raise the hopes. Straight in on this 8 would be ideal. Just draw straight back for the 9 to the same pocket. And Jerry, if anybody thought these guys were nervous, we're seeing absolutely no example of it on the match table. Both Niels and Shane break and run out to kick off their Mosconi Cup campaigns. 1-1, USA versus Europe.
These young guns are so fantastic at this game. It's become a run-out game.
Yeah, Tyler Steyer, one of those young guns from Team USA, played such a large role last year in London. And Don playing captain Johan Rushink and co-captain Jeremy Jones. Well, they're going to be counting on these young guns very heavily. And this young man, what more can you say that he hasn't already shown us in the last year? U.S. Open champion, world champion, young man from Germany, Joshua Filler.
Ranked #1 in the world at such a young age.
Well, he got a ball down. He can just get through to the edge of this one.
Can he get through to it?
I don't know whether he can make it, Jerry. If he can't, he's got the option of the push. But it looks like he can catch the left-hand side. And he doesn't like it. He's got to be careful here where he pushes to. Young Skylar Woodward, the second most experienced player on Team USA.
Well, he didn't get the hide that he wanted. He wanted to be behind that 8-ball. But there's no easy open pocket for this ball.
You know, when these players come to the table, they really are looking to lock up their opponent, and just a snooker, not enough, because they all jump so well. It's got to be, oh yeah, they've got to do it in a way, Jerry, that they leave absolutely nothing there for their opposition. Oh, that one ball just traveled far enough for Josh so that the pocket isn't there. Looks like Sky is going to try and thin this one, try and put the one down by that 7, bring the cue ball up, ideally to find cover.
He did a great job of that.
He likes that.
Got both distance and cover out of that safety.
There's no empty seats out there. 1,800 strong, a sellout every day. Well, the way he played that, he's left it to chance, and I think he's given Skylar an opportunity at the 1. And again, that cue ball is going to slide over to the right-hand side of the table where the 3 is waiting. And everything's in the open. So this, a gilt-edged opportunity for Woodward right now.
Skylar's game has just gone through the roof. He's improved so much over the last few years. He won 4 of his matches last year, only lost 1.
Again, played that well. He's got just a little angle here to get that cue ball off the cushion. And he won't have to do anything from the 6 to the 7. These are all pretty much stop shots.
He'll come down and just have a quick look, leave himself the ideal angle on that 7 to just track that cue ball up table for the 8 next. Billy Thorpe anxiously waiting.
Striking the cue ball low. And all he has to do now is drag that cue ball back up past the side pocket for the 9 after this 8 ball goes down. Back and forth.
A significant rack. It was against the break. And Skylar Woodward and Team USA race out to a 2-1 advantage over Team Europe. Woodward, a terrific inning. It's 2-1, USA in front.
You're in the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas for the Mosconi Cup, where Team USA leads Team Europe 2-1 in our first race to 5. Niels Fayen took the first rack. Then Shane Van Boning and Skylar Woodward took racks 2 and 3 for Team USA. Right now we've got Justin Bergman at the table. He'll be breaking them off.
Yeah, they swiped that one against the break, Joshua Filler's break. And that really puts them in the favorite seat right now. These early points on day 1, pivotal, Jerry.
Justin's made 2 balls on the break, but the 2 balls setting up ugly. It's straight across the table from the cue ball. Here's another look at the break.
Yeah, a chance to keep control of the table, though. He can dictate proceedings here, Bergman. The good aggressive safety. Get that cue ball behind cover.
Yeah, he's got lots of cover in the lower left corner of the table if he can get behind it. He came up a little short on that. And he's left Jason Shaw a full ball with which to work, so we'll see what kind of game Jason wishes to play.
Yeah, just having a look at the shot clock. He's asked for his extension. Each player allowed 1 extension per rack. Jason, again, one of the players with more experience than his colleagues here.
Great shot, Jay.
Just a containing effort, but very easy kick here for Bergman. And he should be able to kick this and get a little control too. He'd like to get that cue ball back in behind the 7. Just about. As he left Jason Shaw a combination.
The combination's there. Problem is controlling the 2 ball and the cue ball after the combo. I don't know, that may be set up just for a straight stroke. If he does that, he'll be fine. Whoa. Nobody in the audience is more surprised than Jason. I'm sure that put a bit of a lift in Justin's heart.
Ducking behind the 8.
Shot, Justin. Attaboy.
Shaw just taps the table in acknowledgement. Very nice cue ball control there from Bergman.
And he'd expect an opportunity here, even if Jason hits this.
Shot.
He hits it and cross banks it into the side pocket.
Team Europe applauds. They love it.
Nothing like a little good fortune.
Well, Lady Luck has played her first card.
Yeah. That's okay. Happens to everybody.
Yes, Jay.
Good safety.
Well, will that stroke of luck see Jason through this rack and get it back to 2-2? Tough hit, this one for Bergman.
Yeah, he's got a. This is a really tough ball to hit. But he does it.
Touch the 9.
And John Lehman just having a word.
I didn't see it. Touch the 9, yeah.
Oh, he thinks he might have touched the 9 with his cue, I think. Was there a foul?
What they say you did?
Well, we're going to look at it again. Oh, he did. He just feathered the 9 with his cue. That 9 definitely moved.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, a lot of times these players are so focused too. You know, it's intense concentration, and they're watching the cue ball. You watch the 9. Well, they're in slow motion. It didn't look like it moved.
I never saw it move.
Yeah, the first time, Jerry, it looked like it moved, but I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to retract my statement. And I promise you, Bergman's eyes are a lot better than mine. Well, that was a full throttle attempt at the bank on the 4, and that could cost him the rack. Europe's not happy. I don't know why.
Well, they wanted that. They had a taste in their mouth for a foul. They wanted that ball in hand. This is looking really sweet for Bergman. The 4, 6, and 7 are all down on the same end of the table.
Shot. Great shot, Justin.
Bergman knows what the cooking pot of the Mosconi Cup presents as well.
Well, I got to watch Justin at the International about 3 weeks ago in Norfolk, and boy, what an event he had. He was knocking down giants left and right. So he's definitely warmed up for this match, for this week.
He's actually become a giant himself, Jerry.
Yes, yes, he has. A little young to be a giant yet, but I'll give it to him.
Always a sign of confidence when you're not shy to move that cue ball around the table. Could have feathered that 8 in and held for the 9, elected to go around the angles. And I'll tell you what, he looks good too. This is a great start for Team USA. 3-1 they lead, and to a man, they look fit for the fight here in Vegas.
Coaches giving their players a little pep talk.
Napoleon. Justin just having a word with Billy Thorpe. And it's day one here at the Mandalay Bay, and there is how it's going to unfold. We've got doubles next, followed by some singles action, and then a doubles match, and we'll close out day one with the two players you see right here. So how important from a personal standpoint, Jerry, do you think this match is when you know these two guys are going to close out day one?
Plays a big psychological factor.
And they all come to Vegas to watch the Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, they're giving away prizes for the best dressed fan. I think. This guy. You gotta love the crowds at the Mosconi Cup.
Alex Kazakis.
Go to any other tournament in the world and it's like being in a church. Very quiet. Come to the Mosconi Cup and the fans are a big part of it.
Break.
Made the 6 ball.
Yeah, it was a great cue ball too in the middle of the table, but it's not going to put him in good stead.
No, it's not.
He's got to totally eclipse
Break.
to the 1 ball.
But he did just what you're supposed to do with that cue ball. Put it right where it's supposed to be after the break. Just didn't get a roll.
No, he's going to kick at this. 2 cushions. Try and hold the cue ball there.
Great shot, Alex.
I think he'll take that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little bit of protection in the way the balls lie right now here in the 5th rack. But this is a crucial rack for Team Europe. America looking to get to the hill. Well, has he covered the 1?
I don't think so.
Very difficult to tell from our overhead perspective, but tricky shot if he hasn't. He's got to be on guard for that side pocket. This is tricky. And that's assuming he's got a straight, clear path to the 1. If he doesn't, well, he's kicking off that side cushion anyway.
Yeah, I like the kick better. It's a safer shot. Oh, he could see it all.
Well, as I said, they've got an insurance policy in the form of that 2 on the side cushion. Difficult to get onto it where you can attack. But right now, first order of business for both these guys is this 1 ball. And it looks like Billy Thorpe's going to be forced to defend yet again.
Well, he's a bank pool player, so he can bank that ball back up table and leave it up table and bring the cue ball back across to the right-hand side behind the 2. But that's asking a lot.
He was trying to get that cue ball down behind cover, Jerry, and he hasn't quite found it. But again, he's left distance. But the way this table lays, this is not a formality to get through the colors here. Well, now he's got a choice. It looks like where he is, he does have a shot at the 2. He could try and slice that 2 in, but there were anxious moments there for Kazakis. Cue ball perilously close to that side pocket. Now you can attack here, or if you see him jack up and try and hold that cue ball right where it is and bank the 2 around the angles and try and snooker Billy. Those are the options. Well, he went for the cut, missed it, and the cue ball. The cue ball is headed towards the corner.
Oh, my. And don't anybody breathe. Can Billy see the object ball, or is he hooked by the corner of that pocket? He's hooked.
Yeah, you can't get a ball any deeper into a pocket without it finding gravity than what you see right there. Half of it is hanging over the precipice of that corner.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well, who would begrudge Billy Thorpe and Team USA that jelly bean?
That was a big bean.
Settle.
Oh, another good shot. That wasn't easy. He was a little unlucky to leave himself slightly hampered by the 9. But here's that kick bank on the 2. And how happy he was to see that disappear.
Oh, used the whole pocket for that shot.
Well, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh,
At that speed, on this wrestling table, can be very accepting. And Team Europe, they're in their chairs right now, and they're staring a 4-1 deficit smack in the face. Thorpe just has to clear up these remaining colors. Oh. Well, there's your first real indication of pressure, and he's gotten away with a miss. But a long open shot that under normal circumstances Billy Thorpe would eat up. Well, he knows he got away with that miss though.
That's certainly going to help his attitude.
Shot.
Well, this one's a little easier than the last one. Yeah, you can't see him failing now, Jerry. And a 4-1 advantage to the American side. Less than a minute away. And it never hurts to throw in a little prayer. Now just settle yourself and knock in this dead straight 9.
This for the hill. And it's Hill 1. America leads this race to 5, 4-1, on the backs of winning the last 4 racks in a row.
Looking very strong indeed, Team USA, and so important. Look at the crowd, and it's all America. 4-1 they lead.
We are nearing the end of our first match here at the Mosconi Cup. Right now, America leads this one 4-1 in a race to 5. And there's Billy Thorpe feeling that thrill of victory.
There's your score as it currently stands, 4-1 in favor of the host American side. And this is a dream start for them. Next up, doubles play, then singles. And close it out with doubles and singles. 5 points available here on day one. And young Tyler Steyer, for me, won the key match last year at Ali Pali in London when he beat Niels Feyen. It was the early going, but that's where everything turned. Well, he's got a ball off the break, but that's where the happy stories end. He's going to be pushing here, and he's going to be so careful where he pushes to. But that wing ball straight into the corner.
Boy, that one ball is in an ugly place for Tyler. You know, I haven't seen anybody use the cut break yet. They've all been hitting the ball square.
Well, you know, they've been watching, and if it's proving successful, Jerry, well, it's the old theory, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
Team Europe, your option.
Well, Eklund will have a look at this.
Why is Niels Feyen back up?
Oh. That's a good question.
Because Eklund Kasi has not played yet.
Well, I expected Kachi to be at the table.
Niels comes back with a very nice save.
I think each player, and I'm going to just make a quick judgment call here, each player is allowed to play 2 matches, and how the captain puts those players out is entirely up to him, and they may be able to change on the fly. Not certain, but it would make sense seeing Niels out there again. But how fitting. I had just queued up the match from last year where these two played in the early going, and Tyler Steyer secured a huge point for America. And if he beats Niels here, he'll have secured the point for Team USA here. And he gets the first chance.
He sure does. Couldn't ask for a better setup than that on the one ball.
Yeah, if he plays this into the side, though, Jerry, he's got to avoid the traffic to get back for the 2. Playing it into the corner, much tougher shot, but the positional values are easier. And he's got to draw this cue ball back if he plays it into the corner. The side, he's got to miss all the traffic. He's going into the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, he wants that shape.
Yeah, it was a much tougher shot. But again, it sends a message, even with the miss, that he's brave enough to take it on.
Well, now the challenge for Feyen is the only way he can get on that 2 ball is to go 3 rails, and there's a lot of traffic. Let's see if he can avoid all those bumpers out there. Nope. That 2 ball is down on the head rail. It's the blue ball. Well, he doesn't have to worry too much about shape. 3 ball can be made just about anywhere.
Yeah, and you know what? If he tries to cut this 2 in, that cue ball is going to come right up and down the center of the table and should land on the 3.
Yeah.
Tough shot on the 2, though.
Huh. You better believe it.
Both players just not quite settling into this rack.
Now, is that 2 ball far enough off the rail where it can be cut back into the corner? Ooh, no. Nice kick from Tyler Steyer.
I'll say that one shot has just put another nail in the coffin of the Europeans here in this first match. Every chance now. Well, they're all there.
Yeah.
He's just got to keep control of his nerve. And our experience seeing Tyler Steyer on center stage in big moments like this, not very often he doesn't deliver.
To show you the concentration, these players are mic'd, and we haven't heard much conversation from them.
Well, this is the big shot right here, because the cue ball is going to be going across the table twice to get from the 5 to the 6. Is he hard enough?
Just barely.
Not too bad at all. The crowd like it.
Ooh. It's down. 2 balls away from winning the match. And this would really be making a statement for America to win 5 racks in a row.
That was the shot. That was the shot. And this 9 to secure the first point in the 2019 Mosconi Cup. And listen to the crowd.
There it is.
5-1, a resounding victory for Team USA to kick things off here at the Mandalay Bay. A great performance to a man. Team USA, a 5-1 win, and they take the first point here in Vegas. And Tyler Steyer, once again, securing that vital point over the 3-time MVP, Niels Vian. There'll be a lot more Mosconi Cup action coming your way. You won't want to miss it.